In the middle to late 20th century, American evangelist William Franklin Graham Jr., a civil rights activist and ordained Southern Baptist minister, became well known throughout the world for his broadcast and live sermons. God welcomes our prayers. He is much more concerned about our hearts than our eloquence. Only in heaven will we know exactly what heaven is like. If you have been trying to limit God, stop it. Don't try to confine him or his works to any single place or sphere. You wouldn't try to limit the ocean. When wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. When courage is contagious. When a brave man takes a stand, the spines of others are often stiffened. My home is in heaven. I'm just traveling through this world. God has given us two hands, one to receive with and the other to give with. Nothing can bring a real sense of security into the home except true love. When granted many years of life, growing old in age is natural, but growing old with grace is a choice. A child who is allowed to be disrespectful to his parents will not have true respect for anyone. The word romance, according to the dictionary, means excitement, adventure, and something extremely real. Romance should last a lifetime. I know that soon my life will be over. I thank God for it, and for all He has given me in this life, but the regeneration of the individual is much more needed than the revolution of society. Time is the dressing room of eternity. In the few fleeting days of life on this planet we are given the opportunity to prepare for eternity. God has promised to supply all of our needs, but He's never promised to supply all of our greeds. We cannot walk as we ought to walk, we cannot rise to our intended stature under God until we receive divine pardon and forgiveness. The way we live is often more convincing than the words we say. What is your story? Be ready to share it when the Lord gives you the opportunity. To suffer for the faith is not a penalty, it is a privilege. Look up on a starry night, and you will see the majesty and power of an infinite Creator. Once you have been to the cross, you will never be the same. Life and death is not a do-it-yourself project. Prayer serves a dual purpose, the blessing of man and the glory of God. Prayer serves a dual purpose, the blessing of man and the glory of God. Don't waste your life, and don't be satisfied with anything less than God's plan. No matter how dark and hopeless a situation might seem, never stop praying. Prayer should not be merely an act, but an attitude of life. If we are to depend on prayer during tough times, we should be people of prayer before the crisis hits. Prayer should not be merely an act, but an attitude of life. If we are to depend on prayer during tough times, we should be people of prayer before the crisis hits.